Hello, everybody, and welcome to this very special edition of Loveland Beacon Talks to greet the new year. I'm Chuck Gibson, wishing you all a very healthy and happy new year here in 2024. Today, it is my pleasure to introduce you to my friend Gerry Cooley by way of his radio show, Raised on Songs and Stories, originating live from Dublin, Ireland on Near FM 90.3. This is a recording of his 30-minute show, which aired live at 2 p.m. in Dublin, Ireland on this Wednesday, January 3rd of 2024. I think you'll enjoy hearing him, but especially the featured Christmas story reading by yours truly in the closing 3 minutes of the show. Now, here is my fine Irish friend, Gerry Cooley, with Raised on Songs and Stories on Near FM 90.3 in Dublin, Ireland.
Hello, Gerry Cooley here, inviting you to join me every Wednesday at 2 o'clock here on Near FM for Raised on Songs and Stories.
It's a good day when you put your feet to the ground, don't mind me telling it to you, even if this is...
So where we wear them. This is Near FM
90.3.
In the evening coming around, do you see that little bit of extra light? Let's go off to Joni Murray and the cat's meow. Out there, we just got her in at the end. I hope you're going to be listening to me for the next half an hour or so. Gerry Cooley here live in the studio, Near FM. Love doing that. Okay, Christmas, the first one of the new year. Thank God Christmas is over, you know. It's heavy gear, it's heavy here. And if Denise Robertson is listening in, you know, enough is enough. We're going to have to seriously examine what we're doing over Christmas, because it's starting too early. It's going on too long. And there's a lovely poem at the end of it, which gives me a little bit of an introduction to it, that is asking the question, what is it all about? Okay, going to move on with the music. And this one on New Year's Eve, I decided that I'd had enough. There was a party on, I didn't want to go. So anyway, wrapped myself up, left the family do whatever they had to do, and put on the Quiet Man and did a nice big fire, a couple of nice cool pints of Guinness, and I sat down and I watched the 1953 The Quiet Man with John Wayne. And what a film. Love it. But what I really love about it is it was the opening of the door for Irish people to American visitors to come and check out their roots, because it was the first time that anyone had seen Ireland in glorious Technicolor. It was the backdrop to the love affair between John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara. So there you go. Lovely film and a lovely song in it. And the song in it was the first song in the film. So that's the first song that was heard all over the world from Ireland on film. In glorious Technicolor, and it was called The Wild Colonial Boy, and they do a lovely version of it in the pub scene, but I've done a version of it with Jimmy Pepper and Dick Keneally. I hope he's listening in, or Dick Keneally. He gets a bit awkward about the way you pronounce that. I hope he's listening in. He was on the squeeze box that fateful day. I'm going to say 20 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, down in Turnipin Lane, number 10 in Pepper's house, and we recorded it, and this is my version of The Wild Colonial Boy. Gerry Cooley, live all over the world. This is brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, there was a wild colonial boy, Jack was his name. He was born and reared in Ireland, in the county of Castlemaine. He was his father's only son, his mother's pride and joy. And dearly did his parents love the wild colonial boy. At the early age of 16 years, he left his native home, and to Australia's far shore he was inclined to roam. He robbed the rich, he held the poor, he shot James like a boy, and a sailor to Australia was the wild colonial boy. One morning on the prairie go, as Jack rode along, and listening to the mockingbird singing a cheerful song, out stepped a band of Queen's troopers, Terry Davis and Fitzroy. They all set out to capture him, the wild colonial boy. Surrender now, Jack Duggan, for you see we're treated to war. Surrender in the Queen's high name, for you are a plundering son. Jack pulled two pistols from his belt, and he proudly waved them high. I'll fight, I'll not surrender, said the wild colonial boy. He fired a shot at Kelly, which brought him to the ground.
Yes, I remember it well. Jimmy Pepper no longer with us, but his Mount Organ playing will always survive on that. A beautiful recording, and Dick Kennelly, of course, who was on the squeeze. But still, I'm going to drag Dick Kennelly down to the Goblet one of these Thursday evenings this year. Definitely, I'm going to put that on the bucket list. He set fire to the place. I'm telling you, he's a cracking player, and he brings an energy to it. Okay, Gerry Cooley live here. I'm going to continue with this one now. This is out for a special friend of mine. His name is Tony O'Reilly. I hope he's listening in. And Martin are down there in Hollyhill in County Kildare. And this song sort of sums up his career as a rugby player. He went on the Lions tour, decorated for Ireland in the early 50s, lived in Santry 10 years. You know all of his history. And if Christy Curtis is listening in, he'd know. He would know of him. He's a great dub, and everybody, all the Dublin people know about Tony O'Reilly and his legacy. But he did spend 10 years in Santry, and I'm going to play this one for him. It's called The Fields of Glory. So I hope you're listening in, Tony, and a happy New Year to you.
And always be winners. And
High Kings of Ireland. What a great version of that song. Going out to Tony O'Reilly and Martin down there in Holly Hill, if they're listening in, I hope. Wow, what a rough game. And I don't know whether you've noticed, but the four provinces of Ireland are represented now in the European League. So every evening, or maybe second evening, just check out and you might catch a sort of a Leinster versus Munster one, or a Connacht versus Ulster. Skin and bloody hair flying. It's great. It's great stuff. So rugby, rough game, but at the moment, because of our four provinces are involved in the European setup, we can get the local rivalry in there. And when Leinster go down to Munster, Jesus, Mary and Joseph, they're lucky to get out with their lives. Anyway, don't be exaggerating, Gerry. Okay, I'm going to play this one for Denise Robertson. Hope she's listening in. Down here from Belfast. She's living in Dublin. She's becoming part of the social scene here. I met her in the Palace Bar. She's a fellow author like myself. Still standing. I'm still standing. The name is her book. So, you know, I've yet to get it and read it. We're going to swap. But I'm going to play this one for her. The lyrics. This is one of my party pieces, but the opening one is, of course, in a neat little town they call Belfast. And it's the great Luke Kelly. Great live version of that. Brilliant version with great Luke Kelly there on the lead vocals. Okay, Gerry Cooley live here for the next one or two. I hope you're enjoying the music and the crack so far. I'm going to continue with this one, and it's going out to New York. Alan Power over there in New Jersey, and over there Mitchell Loveland and his daughters. They were out on tour with me during this year. I'm going to play this one for them. I'm also going to go down local with this one because Trixer Dorden, Nicholas Dorden, legend, the sheriff we we call him down our neck of the woods in Turnip Lane. This is his best spooning opportunity. He likes to spoon to this one. I've seen some videos, and in my opinion, this is the best spooning one he does. So this is going out to Trixie Darden, and Johnny Joyce is listening in, I hope, down in Turnip Green as well. He's a good mandolin player. Oh Jesus, they're all at it down there. They're all at it down there. The only one that's not a musician is Johnny Morden. All he's doing is banging around out in the garage, creating a mess, golf clubs everywhere, and all over the place. You know the story. But he might be on the vocals. You never know. So next time we're in the Mill Mount after the Dublin matches, I'll have a listen to the voice and see can I maybe invite him into the band. Johnny Joyce mandolin, Nick Dorn spoons, me on guitar, and maybe Johnny on lead vocals. I don't think so. Something is telling me he hasn't got a note in his head.
I woke up on a Sunday morning, tired eyes to greet the day, a rucksack full of expectation, up on dreary Langton Way, the train waiting on the platform, the diesel humming high, a one-way ticket stand for freedom, time for just one last goodbye. Touralorelay, I'm on my way, making New York City, San Francisco, Botany Bay. I've been praying, I've been waiting, mister, for this fateful day. Touralorelay. Took passage on the early water, waved the mainland sweet goodbye, lit a cigarette above on top deck, watched the seagulls soar the sky. I woke up to the sound of laughter and the strangers passing by. Stepped upon the land of dreams and had myself a smile. Touralorelay, I'm on my way, making New York City, San Francisco, Botany Bay. I've been praying, I've been waiting, mister, for this fateful day. Touralorelay. Made a sham from Blarney, ginger red, on a New York City street. He was asking if I'd seen the hurling and how the hell we'd meet at a bar in Queens. He knew a man that came from my hometown. Then he borrowed $20 till his payday came around. Touralorelay, I'm on my way, making New York City, San Francisco, Botany Bay. I've been praying, I've been waiting, mister, for this fateful day. Touralorelay. I got some work by Sydney Harbour with a firm from Antrim Town. We were digging up the paving stones, laying concrete piping down. For the place up on the hill from Hunter, they said you'd have the crack. They were singing Touralora, saying we're never going back. Touralorelay, I'm on my way, making New York City, San Francisco, Botany Bay. I've been praying, I've been waiting, mister, for this fateful day. Touralorelay, I'm on my way, making New York City, San Francisco, Botany Bay. I've been praying, I've been waiting, mister, for this fateful day. Touralorelay, Touralorelay.
Yes, Touralorelay. Going all the way over stateside, I want to mention down in California, Sacramento, Esther, over there in Oregon. We've also got Janice there, Jan Schultz, and we also have Judy Drago O'Brien over there in Florida. So I hope you are all listening in. Noel Fowler down in Australia. Got to mention there in the song in Botany Bay. Okay, I'm on a special, this is my last song here. I'm at a special juncture. That's a big word, isn't it? A special juncture in my show here. Met this man about, I'm going to say 5 to 7 years ago out in tour. His wife Susan and Chuck Gibson from Ohio over there, USA. He was on a tour over here and he did some Dublin stuff with me. Then he went down country. But there was always a little bit of a bond with him. He's a bit of a wordsmith himself and takes an interest in things that I would take an interest in. And as my saying would always say, birds of a feather flock together. So he was always interested, like he's involved with a baseball team over there, and they do reenactments and they meet their heroes, something a little bit like myself with the Dublin football team. So we had similarities, and I'm putting pressure on him and telling him he has to write a book. Sit down and start doing the book. And when he does that, well, then he'll be level pardon with myself. But he's a poet as well, and he sent me a Christmas story. He sent it to me maybe a week ago, and he asked me to do a little bit of embroidery on it, as we say over here. And it's a lovely poem, and we're going to be finishing off the show with it. It's our way of saying goodbye to the Christmas season, and this man puts it so well. So I hope he's listening in over stateside. So first one, all over the world, it's the great Chuck Gibson, A Christmas Story, and I'm going to play it here now, and you're going to find it on the old computer here. It's lovely. I did a bit of work on it yesterday, and as I promised him by mail, next year, it's going to be number one all over the world, everywhere.
A Christmas Story. Before Christmas and all through the town, not a store was closed, not even downtown. Store windows all filled with holiday displays, gifts for adults and for the children to play. The children all dreaming their gifts would be toys, electronic games which make way too much noise. Moms with the credit cards and my bank account sapped had just fallen prey to the commercial Christmas trap. When over at the church there arose such a chatter, I just had to find out what really did matter. Away in my car, I flew way too fast. With all the snow, lucky not to crash. I arrived at the church to see such a show, only to find a light we all should know. Inside, what to my wondering eyes did appear? But all people to pray and sing with great cheer. So many people, so lively a song, I knew right away this couldn't be wrong. It's about him, the songs did proclaim. It's his birthday. Jesus is his name. I sat and I listened, hands to my chin, about where Christmas really did begin. As I settled myself and looked all around, the church fell silent. You could hear not a sound. The story was told. He was born that day. 3 wise men brought gifts from far, far away. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh were the gifts they brought from the heart, not a store. Those gifts weren't bought. He was wrapped in cloth from his head to his toes. They all looked with wonder. How could they know? The gift which he brought for a reason. The story is clear. He's the cause for the season. With a glow from above, they saw mother and child. As the song says, so tender and mild. Guided by the light of one shining star, the wise men and the shepherd all came from afar. The story was told, the church bells then rang. We all stood in the church as the choir sang. Like on the first Christmas, when the angels did sing. He was born that day, Christ our King. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Well done. Congratulations, Chuck Gibson. What a beautiful poem, and I hope you like the rendition of it there. Happy New Year to you all over there in Ohio, and Loveland, of course. You're very close to your heart, Chuck. And Susan, I hope your wife is listening in. So from Dublin, Happy New Year to you, and we'll be talking to you all next week. Look after yourselves and stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble. Take it nice and easy now for the next month. Go into hibernation a little bit. Won't do you any harm.
Thank you, Gerry Cooley, and Happy New Year to you and everyone across the globe. I hope everybody enjoyed listening to this very special edition of Loveland Beacon Talks to ring in 2024. I'm Chuck Gibson, saying thanks for listening here on Loveland Beacon. Loveland Beacon Talks is a presentation of Loveland Beacon Digital Media and Gibson Communications, LLC.